Hello. Don't forget to like and subscribe before starting the video. Who is Benjamin Harrison? Benjamin Harrison was born on August 20, 1833, in North Bend, Ohio, to a prominent political family. His grandfather, William Henry Harrison, was the 9th President of the United States, and his father, John Scott Harrison, served in Congress. Harrison grew up in Ohio and attended Miami University, where he graduated in 1852. After college, Harrison studied law and eventually established a successful law practice in Indianapolis, Indiana. He became involved in politics and served as the state's reporter of decisions from 1860 to 1862. In 1862, at the outbreak of the Civil War, Harrison enlisted in the Union Army and was quickly promoted to the rank of brigadier general. He saw action in several key battles, including the Battle of Resaca and the Battle of Peachtree Creek. After the war, Harrison returned to his law practice and continued his involvement in politics. He served as a U.S. Senator from Indiana from 1881 to 1887 and ran for president in 1888, defeating incumbent President Grover Cleveland. As president, Harrison supported tariffs and worked to modernize the Navy. He also signed into law the Sherman Antitrust Act, which aimed to curb monopolies and promote competition in business. Despite his accomplishments as president, Harrison was not re-elected in 1892 and returned to his law practice in Indianapolis. He remained active in politics and continued to serve as a prominent figure in the Republican Party until his death in 1901. Today, Harrison is remembered as one of the lesser-known presidents of the United States, but his impact on American politics and his role in shaping the presidency cannot be overlooked. Benjamin Harrison was born in 1833 in North Bend, Ohio, and grew up in a family that was deeply involved in politics. His father, John Scott Harrison, was a congressman, and his grandfather, William Henry Harrison, was the 9th President of the United States. Harrison attended Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, where he was an outstanding student and a member of Phi Delta Theta fraternity. After graduating from Miami University in 1852, Harrison studied law and was admitted to the bar in 1854. He then moved to Indianapolis, Indiana, where he established a law practice with William Wallace. Harrison quickly gained a reputation as a skilled lawyer and became involved in politics in Indiana. In 1858, he campaigned for the Republican Party's first candidate for governor of Indiana, and he was appointed the state's reporter of decisions in 1860. During the Civil War, Harrison put his political career on hold and joined the Union Army. He was appointed as a colonel in the 70th Indiana Infantry and served in several key battles, including the Battle of Resaca and the Battle of Peachtree Creek. Harrison's military experience gave him valuable leadership skills and helped to raise his profile in Indiana politics. After the war, Harrison returned to his law practice and continued his political involvement. He was elected to the U.S. Senate from Indiana in 1881 and served until 1887. Harrison was known as a strong supporter of protective tariffs and was instrumental in the passage of the McKinley Tariff Act in 1890. Harrison's involvement in politics and his successful law practice made him a prominent figure in Indiana and beyond. He was known for his integrity, his work ethic, and his commitment to public service. These qualities would serve him well in his later career as President of the United States. During the Civil War, Benjamin Harrison put his political career on hold and joined the Union Army. He was appointed as a colonel in the 70th Indiana Infantry and quickly rose through the ranks, eventually being promoted to the rank of brigadier general. Harrison was known for his leadership skills, and he was respected by his fellow soldiers for his bravery and his commitment to the cause of preserving the Union. Harrison played a key role in recruiting troops for the Union Army in Indiana. He used his political connections and his personal charisma to encourage young men to enlist and fight for their country. He also helped to organize and train the troops, ensuring that they were well prepared for the challenges of the battlefield. Harrison saw action in several key battles during the war, including the Battle of Resaca, the Battle of Peachtree Creek, and the Battle of Nashville. He was wounded twice during his service, but he continued to lead his troops with courage and determination. His military experience gave him valuable leadership skills and helped him to gain the respect of his fellow soldiers and the American people. After the war, Harrison returned to his law practice and continued his involvement in politics. His military service helped him gain political prominence, and he was seen as a hero by many in Indiana and beyond. He was elected to the U.S. Senate in 1881, and his experience as a military leader gave him a unique perspective on national security issues. As president, Harrison would draw on his military experience to help modernize the U.S. Navy and strengthen the country's defenses. Benjamin Harrison's political career began in the 1850s when he became involved in politics in Indiana. He served as the state's reporter of decisions and was elected to the U.S. Senate in 1881. Harrison was known for his strong support of protective tariffs, which he believed would help American businesses and protect American jobs. He was a key figure in the passage of the McKinley Tariff Act in 1890, which raised tariffs on many imported goods. In 1888, Harrison ran for the presidency against the incumbent, Grover Cleveland. Harrison's campaign was focused on economic issues, particularly his support for protective tariffs. He also emphasized his military service and his commitment to public service. Harrison won the election, despite losing the popular vote, and he became the 23rd President of the United States. As president, Harrison pursued a number of policies that he believed would strengthen the country's economy and national security. He continued to support protective tariffs and signed several bills into law that increased tariffs on imported goods. He also pushed for the modernization of the U.S. Navy, believing that a strong naval presence was necessary to protect American interests around the world. Harrison's presidency was marked by a number of significant accomplishments. He signed the Sherman Antitrust Act into law, which was aimed at preventing monopolies and promoting competition in the marketplace. He also signed the Land Revision Act, which set aside millions of acres of land for public use, including the establishment of the first national forests. Harrison's presidency was not without controversy, however. He was criticized for his handling of the economy, which was struggling due to a series of financial panics and recessions. He was also criticized for his support of the Sherman Antitrust Act, which was seen by some as a threat to business interests. Despite these challenges, Harrison's presidency was marked by a number of important accomplishments. He helped to shape the country's economic policies and modernize its military, leaving a lasting legacy that would continue to shape American politics for years to come. Benjamin Harrison's legacy is primarily defined by his service as the 23rd President of the United States and his contributions to American politics. He was known for his commitment to protecting American businesses and jobs through protective tariffs, his support for the modernization of the Navy, and his efforts to preserve public lands for future generations. Harrison's presidency also helped to shape the role of the presidency in American politics. He was one of the first presidents to actively use the power of the office to shape public policy, particularly in the areas of economic and military policy. His support for the Sherman Antitrust Act and other progressive policies set the stage for future presidents to use the power of the presidency to address social and economic issues. Harrison is also remembered for his personal qualities, including his integrity, his patriotism, and his commitment to public service. He was a respected leader who was admired by many for his dedication to his country and his willingness to put his own interests aside in service to others. Today, Harrison is remembered through a number of memorials and landmarks. The Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, is a museum and historic site that commemorates his life and presidency. In Washington, D.C., the Benjamin Harrison Memorial Statue stands in front of the Daughters of the American Revolution Constitution Hall, paying tribute to his military service and political accomplishments. Overall, Benjamin Harrison's legacy is one of service, patriotism, and leadership. His contributions to American politics and his role in shaping the presidency have left a lasting impact on American history and continue to inspire future generations of leaders. In conclusion, we have learned about the life and legacy of Benjamin Harrison, the 23rd President of the United States. We discussed his early life and career, his Civil War service, his political career, and his lasting impact on American politics. It is important to study historical figures like Harrison, as they have shaped the course of our country's history and continue to inspire us today. By learning about the achievements and challenges faced by leaders like Harrison, we can gain a better understanding of our past and develop a greater appreciation for the values and principles that have guided our nation throughout its history. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.